Hello, everyone. This is another Black Conservative. I am Ryan Boland. Thank you for joining me. I want to do another video on this tragedy that has taken place in Texas involving these young people that were massacred by this crazed gunman. Once again, my prayers go out to the family members who have lost their children to this tragic event. I pray that they find solace and strength in their hour of bereavement. But what I want to talk about in this video, and I have to talk about this because the progressive Democrats are taking advantage of this, and I need to address it. I just can't go around it because they won't let it alone. Now Barack Obama, former President Barack Obama, the great and mighty, has come out and chided in on it as well. Which is interesting to me because when President Trump got out of office and began to, sometime after he was out of office and began to chide in on some of the things the politicians were doing, everybody on Facebook and everywhere else is hooping and hollering and farting and snotting and pooting about him and saying things like, well, he's out of office. What he got to say? He need to shut up. But we got other people like Barack Obama and other former presidents chiding in on what's going on as well. How come nobody's saying anything about him staying out of the limelight? The biasness of the left, but I digress. Anyway, so he chides in on this, and it's interesting to me because politicians, whether they be on the right or the left, although those on the left tend to be more articulate than those on the right, love to use rhetoric, certain words and terminology that appeals to people's emotions. I believe that's how they get people. That's how they scare people into submission to what the government wants. Now, so let's get into this. Let's get into this. Let's get into this article. It's a short article, but I want to read what he actually says in this article. Okay, what Barack Obama actually says in this article, and we're going to analyze and talk about this. So the title of this article is Barack Obama criticizes, quote, gun lobby pushes action on guns in wake of Texas shooting. So here we go. There's a photo of him. Like I said, you can, and you can, I will leave a link of the article in the description box below, and you can read this on your own. You can actually look at the photos and all this. There's a photo of Barack Obama, looking dapper and professional and all of this. Look, I admit, it's hard not to like him in the way that he presents himself. I like the way he presents himself. He's very articulate. He's very smooth. He has swagger. He's well liked. But liking someone and understanding how cool they are and how much swagger they have has nothing to do with the policies that they push and the words that they use to get at your emotions. Okay? The Antichrist is going to be the coolest person on the earth, but he's going to be Satan incarnate. Okay? Let's go on. Former president, now I'm not saying Barack Obama's the Antichrist, but you get what I'm saying. Come on now. Former President Barack Obama responded to Tuesday's attack on Robb Elementary School by criticizing the, quote, gun lobby and pushing for, quote, action on guns now. The New York Times quoted Obama saying, nearly 10 years after Sandy Hook and 10 days after Buffalo, our country is paralyzed, not by fear, but by a gun lobby and a political party that have shown no willingness to act in any way that might help prevent these tragedies. Let's do this again. Let me read that again. You need to hear this. The New York Times quoted Obama saying, quote, nearly 10 years after Sandy Hook and 10 days after Buffalo, our country is paralyzed, not by fear, but by a gun lobby and a political party, i.e. the Republicans, that have shown no willingness to act in any way that might help prevent these tragedies, end quote. So let me ask this question. Do you really believe that people in America are not paralyzed by fear, but are paralyzed by gun lobby laws. People that support gun laws, they're paralyzed by that. They're sitting up thinking, "Oh man, these doggone gun lobby people pushing for gun, pushing for the right to own a gun. I'm so sick and tired of this. I'm so sick and tired. They need to get rid of all these guns. I'm tired of this. I'm so sick and tired of this, of people being gunned down because these Republicans keep pushing for more for the freedom to have guns. I'm so tired of this." You really believe that? Do you really believe that? See the rhetoric that these politicians and these far leftist news sources use? Our country is paralyzed not by fear, but by a gun lobby and a political party. That's what they're paralyzed by? Do you really believe that the people in Sandy Hook and the people in Buffalo and the people here in Texas, when they saw their children gunned down, do you think that they're sitting up saying, "Oh my God, these doggone gun lobbies and so forth, I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of these people pushing for these guns, the right to own guns"? Oh God, rhetoric. Obama added, quote, "It's long past time for action, any kind of action. And it's another tragedy, a quieter but no less tragic one, for families to wait another day," end quote. Let's read this again. Obama added, "It's long past time for action, any kind of action." What do you think he's saying right there? It's past time for action, any kind of action? What kind of action our Lord and Savior Obama is talking about? What kind of action is he talking about? Any kind of action? Are you talking about pushing for legislation or forcefully taking guns from those who have them, or what? What do you mean by that, sir? True, we're in a bad situation. We're in a crisis situation. But do you think that if you're implying by the statement you made is long past time for action, any kind of action, if you're implying forcefully taking guns from people or forcefully mandating some type of a legislation to create stricter gun laws, if that's what you're talking about, sir, do you think that would really be the solution to what we see going on here in our country today? I said this in the previous video and I'll say it again. That's not the answer. You know it, and every last one of the socialists, communist supporting, Marxist supporting politicians know that. Let's read on. President Joe Biden. Well, let me read the letter. I'm going to go back over before I go on to what Joe Biden said. Even if although half the time what he says don't mean a lot. What it does, but then it's like people laugh at it. But anyway, I want to go over the second portion of this, of the words of former President Barack Obama. "And it's another tragedy, a quieter but no less tragic one, for families to wait another day," end quote. So what does he mean by that? For families to wait another day. Wait another day for what? Another day for politicians to create stricter gun laws? That's what they're waiting for? That's what these families who have lost loved ones in Sandy Hook, that's what families are waiting for, who have lost loved ones in Buffalo. That's what families are waiting for, who have lost loved ones in Texas here, that have lost their children. That's what they're waiting for, sir? For stricter gun laws? Is that what they're waiting for? I don't think so. See how they're using rhetoric and terms and words that are used to incite emotions in the hearers. This has nothing to do with protecting American citizens at all. It's just a pretense. It's just a basis by which to form their view on how to decrease your ownership of guns. To me, it's obvious. Let's see what Biden has to say. President Joe Biden also responded to the Robb Elementary School attack, including mention of an, quote, assault weapons ban. Now here he goes with the assault weapons nonsense. Biden even maligned the idea of purchasing firearms that Democrats labeled as assault weapons, saying, quote, "What in God's name do you need an assault weapon for except to kill someone? Deer aren't running through the forest with Kevlar vests on, for God's sake," end quote. That sounds real cute and it sounds real, really, really, really cool and all that. But you sound like a fool. You sound like a fool, Because assuming whatever the case may be, if they get assault weapons or whatever the case may be, you can kill people without guns. Let me end the video on this note. A person that has an intention to do bodily harm to masses of people do not need to use guns to do it. But I believe that they use guns to kill masses of people is because guns are more efficient. They're more efficient and they get the job done easier. With a gun, all you got to do is walk up to somebody and shoot them or shoot a bunch of people and walk away. With a knife or whatever, you got to physically be on top of the person, physically put the knife in the person and all this kind of stuff. You have to get physically involved, whereas with a gun, you don't have to do any of that. These insane people and criminals too, such as in Chicago, okay, thugs and so forth, use guns because guns are more efficient. You shoot the person, you walk away. I just saw a video, a TikTok video that someone was filming, shared it on Facebook, where I guess it was an apparent road rage incident where this guy gets out of his car with a bat. He walks over to a pickup truck and he starts banging the pickup truck and knocking the windows out with his bat. The guy gets out of the pickup truck with a gun and shoots the guy. Pow, 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 pow. The guy falls down, points the gun at the guy, shoots him a few more times to make sure he's dead, obviously, gets back into his vehicle and drives off. See how efficient, terrible, and tragic as that was? I think I see what you know what I'm talking about. How efficient and quick that was. He didn't have to touch the person. He had a gun. He shot him, got in his vehicle, drove off. That's why people that want to do bodily harm to other people use guns. It isn't because of the guns itself per se. Guns don't kill people. People kill people. In 9/11, you know I'm going there. I talked about this before. They didn't have guns. More than likely, they weren't allowed guns. When I was told they had box cutters, whatever. Flew their planes into the buildings, killed over 2,000 people. Way more than a gun would ever do. Or how many assault weapons, guns, you can have all kinds of assault weapons. You ain't going to kill that many people at one time. What are you going to do? Ban planes? I'm being sarcastic, but I think people get what I'm talking about. So this whole idea that these politicians are using to try to curb gun violence, I think to curb this kind of tragedy from occurring, I think most Americans and these families know what the real deal is. Okay, it's not okay. We need to get rid of guns. They know that. They know that. So stop with the rhetoric. Stop with the rhetoric. American people are not that dumb. So I just wanted to say that. What do you guys think about what Barack Obama said about this? Leave your comments in the comment section below. If you like this video, press the like button, share this video, and subscribe. God bless you all, and see you again on another Black Conservative with Ryan Bowling.